If you think being born of a virgin is impressive, Melchizedek was born with no mother or father, and had no beginning or end. What does that even mean? People always ask me, how do you know what is literal and what is allegory in the Bible? This is a perfect example of how you know. First off, we all know it takes two sexes to create a human being. That might be your first clue. Things that defy universal law are strong indicators of allegory and symbolism. For example, snakes talking, allegory. Donkeys talking, allegory. Virgins giving birth, allegory. People with no mother or father, allegory. So what does it mean to have no father, no beginning or end? Let's talk about this mysterious character, Melchizedek. One thing that the Bible points out is that Melchizedek was a king and a priest. This implies duality that Melchizedek encompassed. Okay? The king representing the law and the priest representing the spirit. So you have the law representing this physical realm, this worldly realm that we live in, materialistic realm, the realm of thoughts and dense energy, and the spiritual, which is represented by the priest. In a nutshell, the symbolic message of Melchizedek is that Melchizedek had no mother or father, meaning Melchizedek was enlightened. Melchizedek is symbolic of everyone who pursues that path and is able to transcend the perception of duality. One who sees the world in which they live in, one who is aware, one who is enlightened and awake, and they see the realm of duality that they live in this physical realm. They understand the polarity, the male and the female divine principles that bring things into existence in the universe. Basically, your mother and your father rule over you. They tell you what to do. They tell you how to think and what to believe. Melchizedek had no mother or father. He was not governed by the external poles of duality. His perception ascended above that. He was no longer a slave to the external material forces of the polarity poles represented through male and female. You see, once you become conscious enough to become like Melchizedek, you realize that you are timeless, you are eternal, you truly have no beginning or end. You understand that the realm of duality around you is an illusion. Once you understand that you are the eternal present moment, the oneness that God is, that eternal universal spirit of consciousness, the only one spirit that exists, then you have become as Melchizedek, having no mother or father. But Melchizedek was a king and a priest, and we too can be a king and a priest within, just as Melchizedek was, if we have a universal consciousness understanding. Because the king and the priest that existed within Melchizedek was ordained to him by universal consciousness. He was no longer dictated or controlled by external polarity, but he was able to tap into the universal principles of creation within himself. And this is you and I when we have understanding of this universal consciousness. And that is the mystery of Melchizedek. You can add to it, take away from it, do as you may, let it serve you however it will. Hopefully this has been edifying or at least entertaining to someone. If you like this content, don't forget to comment, like, share. Until next time, as Jesus said, be ye wise as serpents.